Needless to say, this video convinced everyone she was...
Didn't Amber Turd just fire her whole PR team? Maybe there's a chance we see in trial her break out the interpretive dance like as a last-ditch Hail Mary. I don't want this to be the last one. It can't... Let's ride.
Hey guys, it's Sienna Mae Gomez, and I'm gonna be telling you what goes on behind my most viral TikToks.
And Jack's right allegation. This situation is absolutely insane, with accusations flying from both sides.
I wanted to share what I went through.
All I can say is that
Shark.
I was in love with him.
These are the facts, and I'm a witness.
And why is all of your evidence posted and quickly deleted? His friends are painting him as the victim, and he is the victim, but not of me.
Ooh, a bombshell. Damn, the editing here is super intense. I feel like I'm about to watch an episode of Euphoria.
I'm young, and obviously I will not always get it right the first time.
Who doesn't love a good YouTube apology?
I love YouTube apologies.
I'm so sorry for anyone that's been hurt.
Continuous lapse in my judgment.
I'm not the first to say influencer apologies have become their own genre over the past couple years. I mean, how many multi-millionaires have we seen cry on camera at this point? It's hard to overlook the irony of David
Was that an
Dobrik
Ellen
turning
apology
off
video?
comments.
Wait, what? When did Ellen make an apology video?
Multi-millionaires have we seen cry on camera
What was she crying for? When was this?
at this point? It's hard to overlook the irony of David Dobrik turning off comments on a video titled Let's Talk. While some apologies may lead to an accidental admission of guilt, others don't even contain the word sorry at all. Some are scripted, while others are very much not.
You're high. You're snorting a line of off a bad my. You know what I mean?
I never saw his apology video. I didn't know he had one.
Online, you get used to a pretty wide range of public statements, varying from sincere and tactful to, oh my god, what are the words coming out of your mouth right now?
Actually, that just reminded me. Jenna Marbles,
Hey guys,
she made an apology video and then quit YouTube, or said she was. Did she actually do that? It's been like 2 years now. I guess so. Damn, she said, alright, I'm out then. What a play. The Ellen apology is real? Alright, let me see. Yeah, none of us like Ellen, I get it. Where's her apology? Ninja made you, Ellen, don't forget it. Where is it? Man, I just got lied to. Man, I just got played. It's the first video result, it's this one?
Many people who helped make this show what it is. 270 people who
Whee!
go to escape and laugh.
Okay. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Is it this one? Well, looks like I'll never find that. I'm just assuming it's not real.
I gotta keep moving forward and learning and growing. You know, some people don't teach you about how to live this lifestyle or how to be here in this position, but I'm learning and I'm growing.
It doesn't exactly take a PhD in psychological studies to gauge who's actually sorry and who's only sorry they got caught. But that also depends on how serious their crimes are. Someone accused of a literal crime probably won't have the best of luck defending themselves holding a tangible, actual script in front of them.
To be fair, it's less of a script and more of like a summer reading essay that one of his friends probably wrote for him.
On camera. I guess nothing should surprise me anymore. Not even the worst interpretive dance I've ever seen. As a response to one of the biggest TikTok controversies in recent
This is how you do apologies.
Join me in documenting the timeline of disastrous PR choices of one of TikTok's once most promising entertainers. This is the story of Sienna Mae. The one thing you should never apologize for is securing your internet with Surfshark
VPN. Nice, clean segue.
I tried making that smooth, I don't know. Surfshark VPN keeps your identity safe and secure by encrypting all information exchanged between your device and the internet, ensuring your personal data stays protected from the threat of big companies and cyber criminals. In case you've been living under a rock for 7 years, virtual private networks swap the real location of your device with a new one of your choosing, giving you the ability to virtually travel anywhere across the globe. Which is all just a long way of saying you get more shows on Netflix. Netflix. Access and unblock content libraries and streaming services from other countries, all with the help of Surfshark's 3,200 servers located in over 65
You still watching One Piece? No, I haven't watched One Piece in a while.
And liberate your internet by unblocking countless geo-restricted websites and secure your online data in the process. Protect your identity today when you click the link down below and enter code JOBBERY to get a whole 83% off your subscription, along with 3 extra months free. An incredible deal you don't want to miss. Massive thanks again to the gracious folks over at Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video.
I got it, Mac. I don't know if I want to know. Thanks for your subsetting.
Yeah, I am the new face of Maybelline.
You're huge, that's fine. You can come, that's not cocky, it's a fact. The new face of Maybelline, that's no joke.
Sienna Mae Gomez is an 18-year-old influencer with over 20 million followers spanning across her YouTube channel, Instagram, and TikTok, where she once ranked among the top 100 biggest creators on the app. In just under 8 months, Sienna built one of the largest
background music
on
is
TikTok,
slapping.
signed with a Hollywood talent agency, secured brand deals with a myriad of major companies, and was even set to star in a Netflix documentary focused on her friend group until a flood
and you wonder why Netflix is doing shitty,
from fellow TikTok star and her once best friend. Sienna was raised by 2 parents who now each have followings of their own. Sienna hasn't been shy to include all of her family members in online activities, always making an effort to shine a light on her personal life in front of millions of dedicated followers. Her videos surrounding conversations on unrealistic beauty standards for women, being endorsed by Lizzo, and propelling herself into the 7-figure follower range in no more than just a few weeks. I gained 1 million views like every 3 days. It was just going so fast. From the span of August to maybe October or December, I was gaining 1 million followers every week to 2 weeks, landing a place alongside Charli D'Amelio and Addison Rae at the Hype House not too long after. At just 16 years old, Sienna had embedded herself in the fast-paced, highly glamorized celebrity culture many girls her age could only dream of, and it all happened really overnight. Posting close to 4 times a day on her 2 TikTok accounts and interacting with fans regularly in an attempt to grow her empire far beyond the limits of TikTok. Born on March 29th, 2003, he and his twin James grew up with Sienna, going to high school together and hanging out in the same friend group long before TikTok fame ever came about. In fact, it seems Sienna was actually
YouTube is worth like 1,000 followers on
Jack
TikTok.
Accompanied her to an interview.
It's still extremely impressive on TikTok, man.
After getting along so well and becoming more close, the two began appearing side by side more frequently on TikTok. And as you can imagine, it didn't take long for young fans of the two to speculate on the true nature of their relationship.
3 things I love about Josh: his smile, his optimism, and his way of being kind to me, no matter if I mean to him or not.
How was your first kiss? How sweet.
Our first kiss? We haven't had it yet. You haven't had it yet? You haven't had first kiss yet? No.
The vlog says something else.
What weird questions to ask. Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Not unlike YouTube and Twitch, TikTok.
How is the paparazzi like a real profession that still exists in the current century? Jesus Christ. And it's so outdated now too, considering like all of these social media people and celebrities posted like all of their shit themselves. Like their most embarrassing moments are moments that they are capturing and posting themselves. So the paparazzi are getting paid for actual nothingness, just to take pictures of them holding coffee cups. Such a stupid and worthless job.
Take someone like Charli D'Amelio and Lil Huddy, for example. Their relationship has always been made a focal point by those that follow them and the media alike, which is hardly a new concept. Publicizing the personal details of your life will naturally lead to more scrutiny by those who have nothing better to do, i.e. people like me. So it's important to be mindful when deciding what to blast online, as you can only expect it to be picked apart and analyzed by anyone on the outside looking in. They would very openly show PDA, but never outright clarified whether they were dating, reaping the benefits of a public #couples goals relationship without that relationship actually needing to exist, as it was later revealed to be a clever front. It got to where so many people believed they were together, it became a huge part of their brand. But that also led to a lot of skepticism, as Sienna's relationship with her fans has always felt a little bit strained and inauthentic, at least going by the first taste of controversy she experienced in February 2021.
I'm young and I'm still navigating the world and this industry, and obviously I will not always get it right the first time. I care deeply about inclusivity and I strive to lead by example. That means listening.
Boo,
Sienna
bad
had amassed
apology,
over
didn't even
15
dance.
million followers when she decided to launch her own merch by the name of Confidence is Cute, a body-positive clothing line offering an assortment of tees, sweatpants, hoodies, and beanies with phrases like, everybody is beautiful, stop looking at my rolls, graphic design is my passion. I'm sorry, I'll be nice. Definitely a good message, just not the best design in my opinion. Though they were pretty well received by her audience, up until a new selection dropped, sporting the caption, "Did you eat today?" which was mocked across Twitter and TikTok for making light of those with eating disorders and food sensitivities. It didn't take long for Sienna to respond on Instagram, where she doubled down on the design, writing it was not meant to make fun of / glorify EDs / be harmful or ironic in any way. The question is hoping to encourage / check in with people if they actually ate. Not liking this design is different than misrepresenting the meaning behind it, as she continued. Of course, since no retraction of the merch had been made, people weren't having it. And as the situation began being picked up by the appropriate news and drama outlets, Sienna finally removed the product and issued a public apology.
With that said, I have heard you and I have removed the merch. I will still be donating all of the proceeds of this line to Teen Line, which is a place that many teens can reach out for help. I care about you and thank you for speaking up. Be nice to someone today. We're all struggling with something.
To me, what stands out the most in light of her recent allegations is the way in which she responded to the backlash. After a failed attempt to double down in the face of her critics, Sienna capitulated with a strongly scripted apology, possibly written by a team, with a heavy emphasis on her age and inexperience. Like, come on, you did not write that. Sienna attributes this mistake to her youngness, which might be fair in this one instance, though I think you'll see a little later this defense can only go so far. Unfortunately, there are some parallels between this response and her various responses to Jack Wright, which we will get into in a little bit. To me, it just screams inauthentic. So with this PR win, I have to assume Sienna must have felt a new air of confidence. After all, it was around this time that Netflix was filming for a Hype House documentary. Chaos surrounding the
hold on, I'm curious. How many TikToker shows does Netflix have? Let me see, I'm curious. So the Hype House documentary, they have the Hype House competition show on Netflix. They definitely have like 3 or 4, right? There's only like 2? No, that can't be right. They had the Addison Rae one, they have this Hype House one, they had that competition one where a bunch of TikTokers got into a house to fight for like Big Brother style. They had they had another documentary on somebody and I'm blanking on their name. Was it D'Amelio Family Show on Netflix? Addison's was Snapchat. Oh, was it Snapchat? Oh. You're talking about He's All That, but it wasn't a doc. Okay, let me rephrase the question. How many shows on Netflix star TikTokers? There. That's more appropriate then. Because it's definitely a lot. I've seen it a lot. I think they've been doing like a big investment in TikToker-focused media for the built-in audience. The D'Amelio Family's on Hulu. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe it's all over the place. I thought it was more on Netflix, but yeah, it might just be everywhere.
On the 31st, Mason Rizzo, a friend of Jack's since kindergarten, published the following statement to Twitter, reading, "I struggle with seeing a girl praised after telling my best friend to kill himself and assaulting him numerous times after he set boundaries and then repeatedly wonder why he doesn't like you back. She also has a history of verbally abusing people.
She's young. Come on.
She prioritizes the growth of her platform rather than the positive message she represents herself as. Followers should not be an excuse to get away with abusive behavior. You guys all deserve to know the truth about her." Now, this may not have gotten so much attention so fast had it not been retweeted by Jack's twin brother, adding, "This is why I couldn't just let it go and stay out of it," before retweeting another girl alleging Sienna was also known to body shame, despite the positive, uplifting stance she had taken online. This was obviously incredibly noteworthy for anyone on the outside, as these claims were being backed up by Jack's own brother, who belonged to the same social circle as Sienna for the past several years.
This is so inconsequential to anything.
A fire
Bro, she sexually assaulted a guy,
of which Sienna fanned the flames with her own.
But apparently a lot of other shit. What are you talking about?
Immediately after they
How's
were
that inconsequential?
Taking to Instagram by writing, "Friends fight and relationships sometimes change, but allegations of a criminal act are not to be thrown around loosely. Making an untrue sexual assault claim is never okay. I'm beyond saddened by this situation. In order for us all to move forward, I will be taking this offline with Jack. Thank you to all who have reached out with love and concern. As you can imagine, this wasn't received as well as she may have hoped and was deleted soon after. In fact, you won't find any of these posts now if they've all been taken down. Mason clarifying that Sienna and Jack's families had come to the agreement that this would be settled offline and away from social media. Except we both know how the internet works. This was out in the open for good. By early June, Sienna had made what would become her first of many public responses on camera, in which she unequivocally denied any and all allegations.
Yeah, these apologies sucked. Her video dancing was much better.
Or denied it,
her dancing
which
apology.
Makes the situation even worse because he never denied it, knowing that is not true. The allegations were made in a tweet by Mason of sexual assault. Let me be clear one more time. I did not sexually assault Jack Wright.
Sienna goes on to say that two never had sex, which was never a part of the allegations, but I digress, and even claims those in her life are using her best qualities, i.e. the way she loves people, against her, to make her out to be something she is not.
It's so crazy to me how once a relationship or a friendship has ended, people will turn your very best qualities against you, which I know my very best qualities are the way I love. And that love and that passion is newly regarded as overwhelming. That passion is now newly regarded as possessive or desperate. That is so frustrating to me.
To note that most of what she says is completely unrelated from what Mason had alleged in his initial statement. Instead, using this opportunity as a way to clarify their relationship off camera, and even paint Jack to be a manipulator. She did not abuse Jack, someone else did.
I'm so disappointed in you and the people around you because they are letting you misplace your trauma onto me, and I'm so sorry that this happened to you. It's not my place to speak your story, and I will not discuss this any further, but it's not your place to allow false allegations to be spread about me when we both know that I was not the one who did this to you. I was there for you through the aftermath and all those depressive nights.
Spoiler alert, there was a video of it.
Motivation,
so,
and I would go and I would clean your room,
unless it was
deep
faked.
And I would be there for you as a good friend because I cared about you so much. I'm so sorry that this happened to you, and I really hope you can get through this.
Doesn't name any names on account of it being not her story to tell, but still condemns Jack for allowing his friends to spread false allegations at her expense, before finally strikingly challenging Mason or anyone else to post the evidence of her abusing Jack, since she was so sure it didn't exist. And well, that's the part that really didn't age the best.
Whatever evidence you think you have, either post it or send it to me and I'll post it, because you have nothing.
That's so bold. That's so fucking bold.
On June 3rd of 2021, this short video taken in November was posted by another friend of Jack's, seemingly depicting Sienna straddling an unconscious Jack Wright, groping him and kissing him on the lips while looking passed out. The guy next to him who posted the video got up after feeling uncomfortable, but went back to pull Sienna off once he realized what was happening, posting this alongside the clip in an effort to further support the claim that Jack was in fact asleep, or at the very least incapable of consent during that time. Being definitive proof of assault in the eyes of some, this video remains a heavy point of contention today. Sienna has since made the claim many times over that he was not unconscious and completely consenting as it happened.
It does seem like he was.
Another statement not long
after. That's usually what I look like
Jack
when I'm consenting.
Would go on to dispute.
The Hawaii incident happened where I was passed out unconscious almost like the whole night. She got on top of me, took advantage of me, groped me. She said if this got out, she would be done. That is horrible, and she's working on
the Bill Cosby classic.
Jack was a victim of sexual assault, but not by me. And I am a victim of continual.
I bet if they had an earlier video, there was
and
pudding.
Slander my name with false claims. It will not work. I'm here to clear things up and provide all sides of the story because I have been labeled as a sexual assaulter.
Right out of the gate, Sienna's demeanor is stronger and more aggressive than before. She comes off less concerned for her friend who she just previously said was sexually abused, and more frustrated with how the situation has affected her, reiterating a desire to take things offline.
I have tried multiple times to take this offline, and I am continually undermined by Jack and his inner circle. Jack has not spoken on the situation, and his friends keep dropping cryptic, and non-specific
Tier 1 potato in the
information.
resub
Using
large.
Jack's silence as a means to absolve her of the allegations made by his friends, and outright accusing those closest to Jack, including his own twin, of twisting the narrative against her. Just because he may have consented in these examples on camera, absolutely does not mean he was even in a sober enough state to consent in the video she's so willing to write off with air quotes.
As you can see here, and anywhere online, Jack and I were very touchy-feely with our friendship. This is the way that we interacted with each other, and it is in any video you go watch of us. Please, and I encourage you to go watch my recent YouTube videos featuring Jack, our recent TikTok.
This is so uncomfortable,
You will
holy
see
shit.
that this behavior
Jesus Christ.
was normal. Online, we touched each other, kissed each other, we were playful. Jack kissed me, and I kissed him. Within the boundaries of our relationship, this was normal.
Definitely not doing much to sway people in her favor. But let's look.
I would usually go over when he's unconscious and yank on his winky. It was part of our friendship.
Not to mention, when I got closer, I noticed her right hand inappropriately touching his crotch. She was shocked that
I would play with his nutsack when he was having nightmares in order to ease his mind.
Sienna attempts to defend herself by first going after the video's presentation, claiming it was edited maliciously to make it seem more nefarious than what it really was.
The clip of me kissing Jack, he is also kissing me. I was looking at him face to face. He was kissing me back. Lachlan claims that he was unconscious. If he was unconscious, why did his arm move when you got up? And also, why was he kissing me back?
She asserts that he was fully awake and kissing her back, pointing to the way Jack's arm moves when his friend gets up from the couch. Now, maybe Sienna isn't sure how gravity works, but I think it's pretty clear to me, at least, which I have to say so I don't get sued, that his arm only moved because the guy stood up.
No, it's like Weekend at Bernie's. He doesn't
move beyond that.
He's fucking
it's a short
fine.
clip. There's not a whole lot to
He's
go
consenting.
on. Sienna is eager to point out for herself.
You claim in your video that you hear
He said yes,
noises.
so she could finger his butthole.
Not. My hand is very visibly on Jack's thigh, upper thigh.
Okay, one, it is not very visible at all. I'm not showing the clip uncensored because it makes me uncomfortable, but her hand is behind her leg, so it's kind of hard to tell whether it's on his crotch or his thigh. But regardless, touching him while he's unconscious is still bad. And two, you can still make kissing noises even if the other person isn't actively kissing you back. It's clear Sienna doesn't have the strongest defense team of her rebuttal as well. This.
If Jack was being sexually assaulted in this moment, James, why did you record it? James, you are Jack's twin brother, and I know that if my brother saw me being taken advantage of, he would pick up the person on top of me and beat them.
That's a
not
classic awful defense.
I mean, that would be a horrible look.
And you were introducing me as your girl. Having your friends take a 10-second clip out of context of this entire night is not sexual assault.
She's confused why it's even an issue at all, since James and Jack had never brought it up to her privately. This would not age the finest either. In the wake of Jack's formal
She's better than Amber Heard's lawyer, though.
YouTube channel about half a year later, where he argues he had brought this kind of behavior up with her multiple times.
First of all, if they were so uncomfortable, why didn't they say anything to me?
The next morning, where she was like, "I'm so sorry for doing that. That was, I don't know what went through my head." I had to clarify again that I didn't like her that way. We were just friends. She said sorry. That was it. After that, these type of things kept happening.
This is also a TikTok that was made December 1st, not even 24 hours after the said sexual assault.
Good morning. I just wanted to say that.
Do you think Jack would have made this video with me if he felt uncomfortable from the night before?
The entire goal of this second statement is to make herself out to be the victim of Jack's friends intentionally manipulating the situation against her. But for what reason? As far as I'm concerned, no one really had anything to gain from this being public. It went on to take a month-long break from social media. The situation died down once again, at least before Sienna made her long-awaited, critically acclaimed.
She comes back and posts this absolutely
fucking go
video. An interpretive dance video for an essay.
It's so good. This is how you should apologize.
Take a whole month off social media, but now I'm back. Hit it with the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse dance.
Hey!
What is this?
Let's go.
How deaf and stupid do you have to be to dance to a song where the lyrics talk about kissing 100 guys when you have been accused of kissing your boyfriend when he was unconscious, which is assault?
I've tried writing this part of the video so many times.
The interpretive dance is so good.
Still am truly speechless.
I found clarity within myself.
God, apology videos are always amazing, but this one I still think is one of the best.
I don't have anything to add. This is literally the worst response to any controversy I have ever seen.
So good.
Somehow, Sienna Mae's PR team figured that shooting a highly stylized interpretive dance to a song which contains the lyrics, "I did nothing wrong, I'm young," would be an appropriate response to SA allegations. God,
and it was.
A fly on a wall during that meeting. It's like getting up in the middle of your trial and doing the Squidward dance. I mean, if you go to Google Tone
God, I wish.
Now, a link to her video pops up. For God's sake, she starts off with a close-up shot of her push to start.
Even if I can only inspire one person, I will have done what I was put on this earth to do.
It's so shallow and doesn't even mention the reason she left social media in the first place. And
showing unedited photos of
True
myself
massacre.
As ways she inspires.
Very Sia-esque.
Before launching into the worst dance moves a human being is capable of. Needless to say, this video convinced everyone she was...
Didn't Amber Turd just fire her whole PR team? Maybe there's a chance we see in trial her break out the interpretive dance like as a last-ditch Hail Mary. I don't want this to be the last one. It can't die here. I really think there's a lot of potential with the apology interpretive dances. So, fingers crossed. I really think we got a good chance there.
Although I guess she forgot to take it down from Instagram. Regardless, it was still liked by over 200,000 people. And starting in July, Sienna went back to posting as normal. Literally, like nothing happened. In fact, she even continued to grow in popularity during this time too, getting more brand deals, probably because she thanked them in the apology video.
And more than anything, I'm beyond thankful for my family, friends, partnerships, and supporters.
It's like she's banking on the support from the side of her audience who doesn't know about the allegations, or at least not the full extent of them. Either these people had never gotten the full picture or didn't believe the allegations. A pedal to her followers up until January 2022, when Jack Wright broke his silence.
I wanted to share what I went through with Sienna and my side of the story.
On the 20th of January this year, almost 8 months since the allegations first came out, Jack Wright released his own official video response addressing Sienna directly, in a statement titled, "What Sienna Mae Did to Me."
This all started when my friend came out with a tweet. He was worried about me. He actually witnessed a bunch of times what Sienna did to me.
Speaking on his experiences with Sienna, explaining how difficult it's been to open up, and that he didn't want his response video to be as aggressive as Sienna's. Jack also confirms here that they were always clearly just friends, and far from anything relationship-wise off camera.
I just want to clarify that we both knew that we were just friends. She was singing and talking.
They should dance battle? True.
And I
just
thought of her as a good friend. We were making videos, we were making dance trends, we had fun. It was just strictly friends, and we both knew that.
But this is where I want to give a quick trigger warning. To anyone who may be put off by brief mentions of abuse, Jack does go a bit further into detail here, and even makes some new allegations that hadn't been brought up by his friends. So feel free to skip to the time code on screen if you aren't comfortable with such mentions.
We went into the room, I was just chilling on my phone on the bed, and she got naked, like completely naked, nothing on, and straddled me when I was literally just chilling on the bed. But I didn't know what to do in like the situation because it was just like random and weird. Quickly told her, "Sienna, get off, we're just friends, stop." The next morning, where she was like, "I'm so sorry for doing that. I don't know what went through my head." I had to clarify again that I didn't like her that way. We were just friends. She said sorry, that was it.
But that wasn't the end of it. Jack alludes to these incidents persisting, leading up to the video we all saw.
These type of things kept happening. She would do something and I would forgive her, and she said it wouldn't happen again, and we would go on and making fun videos. After all those type of things kept on happening, the Hawaii incident happened.
Jack can confirm that he was in fact passed out, unconscious, almost.
Oh, I can't believe that. That looks like a fully conscious man to me.
Vulnerable state. He's appreciative of his friends for stepping in and that they captured what little evidence there was. Because after that occurred, the two would get into another dispute at a party where she got jealous and mad that he was flirting with girls, even though he made it clear he wanted nothing romantic with her. She allegedly pulled him into a room, screamed at him, then tried to make out with him before he told her to leave. Two friends escorted her out of the party since she had also been causing additional problems that night, but resorted to jumping and rolling out of a moving vehicle to get back.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He was hiding from Sienna in the house. According to him, her parents had to go.
That was like full-blown like Jason Statham stunts.
And while the car was moving, she jumped out of the car, rolled, and said, I have to get back to Jack. So I ran back to the house, and I was like hiding from her, and I was just waiting for her parents to finally pick her up.
It got to a point that Sienna was fully aware of Jack's boundaries, yet continued to cross them, ranting to friends that Jack didn't like her back, despite the fact that she turned around to pursue other guys. All of this is alleged, I have to say. But things get even more intense when Jack alleges Sienna would break into his house in the middle of the night.
She would constantly come to my house. Remember my
What's a good first speedrunning game? Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine.
Like, get out of my house, because I was so sick of her just like breaking into my house. I would wake up and see her car just sitting outside at like 2 in the morning. That I didn't think there was such like a problem at all. Like, part of me wants to blame myself for being nice and sticking around after so many times. But now I realize that I was stuck in this like manipulative cycle of her acting like she extremely cared about me.
Yeah, she's like a fucking supervillain.
She would do stuff to
wanting
me, and it was
fuck
just
Jack.
so normal for me. I got used to it.
Painting a horrific picture of waking up in the middle of the night.
How does all this happen before you raise a red flag, though? You've clearly not been around a ton of people. People you think are a friend, you'll ignore a ton of flags for. Happens all the time, even if it's not romantic. I am holding in a pee-pee really badly, though, so I'm gonna go tinkle real quick, and I'll be right back. No, I've never speed ran Max Payne.
To bed. It's like very awkward the next morning, and she'll say sorry, and I'm like, Sienna, this happens so many times. Like, you do not respect boundaries. You just, oh my god.
Her family even planning their own trip to Hawaii around the dates they knew Jack's family would be there at his father's beach house. When Sienna went back home before Jack, he didn't even want to go because he knew she'd find a way to be around him. To Jack, it felt like being caught
a beach house in Hawaii. How much must that cost?
Always doing whatever she could to ignore boundaries and take advantage of him. This is the part where things went public, thanks to Mason's tweet. Once the allegations were out there, Jack was met with similar testimonies from guys who had allegedly had their own experiences with Sienna in LA. Jack ended his own testimony by saying the following.
We don't want her to hurt anybody else. We don't want anyone to go through that experience. I don't think I'll ever be the same person I was before Sienna. I don't know if she'll ever be sorry. I don't know if she'll ever learn from what she did or she'll ever admit to what she did.
Did she ever admit to it? When I was peeing, I checked if she still posts. She doesn't.
Do this to other people.
Just days later, Sienna then put out another statement, definitely drafted by a legal team, which I will not be reading in full because it's just too long, but I want to give you the highlight. Show that once again, Jack is making a calculated action to hinder, hurt, and harm not only Sienna's reputation and livelihood, but her as an individual human being as well. Sienna unequivocally denies these accusations, as written in the statement. Other than spreading false about Sienna online, Jack has taken no action. There has been no police investigation, not even a police report to our knowledge. No charges, no private lawsuit, and no contact between Sienna and Jack or their respective legal teams in many months. Sadly, Jack's blatant disregard for the truth has left us with no choice but to address these claims publicly. They go on to deny his claims that she broke into his house, and saying that Jack and his collaborators have attempted to utilize blatant slut-shaming culture to justify their fictitious claims and have effectively victimized a successful woman of color in a way that regrettably we have seen many times before, all in an effort to use her suffering as a catalyst for their own personal gain.
They really tried to play everything.
Final sentence. With Jack then coming out with his own counter response to Sienna's response, reiterating that every word in his video is still the truth and that he hopes she continues to get the help she needs so this never happens again. From there, things went quiet on the Sienna's end. She stopped being active for the first time since June, but Sienna wouldn't be gone forever. In fact, it wasn't long before she reared her head yet again, responding to the heavy claims on a Barstool podcast. You can't make this up. On February 23rd, 2022, Sienna Mae returned to the public eye with an appearance on the BFFs podcast hosted by Dave Portnoy, the CEO of Barstool Sports, who you may remember is a proud investor of the infamous crypto coin SafeMoon, which turned out to be a worthless pyramid scheme.
Hey, SafeMooners!
Whatever the case may be, Dave Portnoy, alongside his co-hosts who are half his age, brought Sienna back on the program after having her on just a year prior.
Right. I actually saw Dave Portnoy in real world once when we went to that god-awful fucking Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight. Dave Portnoy was there, and he was leaving the stadium, and one person asked for a picture with him, so he turned around and asked if anyone else wanted a picture with him, and nobody said anything. That's the only experience I've had with Dave Portnoy. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, I like his pizza reviews, though. I don't know too much about the guy, but that situation was pretty awesome.
Yes.
Eventually, introduced alongside her lawyer and so-called forensic expert, Sienna already starts off on a bizarre note, as Dave is quick to point out at the beginning of the interview.
I came in and I was like, holy shit, am I in the right Zoom room?
What
is going on?
So is this your choice or their choice to be like, we want to be on the call with you?
It's a little intimidating, I feel you, but no. I want to talk about my emotional state, and like I feel like what I want to touch on is like how I'm doing and like the emotional questions that I know you guys are gonna ask. I don't want to. I don't want to butcher anything. This is all like now it's serious, you know, like social media.
What a blunder.
Okay, yeah. So
why would you go to an interview on something like this and bring lawyers? That just makes it look significantly worse. Hey, Charlie, you did something bad. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah. And I'm bringing an entire legal team too.
Sienna's wonderful, amazing, and very likable lawyer comes out of the gate by clarifying at the beginning that there is no current legal proceeding going on. So it almost makes you wonder why there's even a lawyer present then. In fact, I do have to give props to Dave in this one instance for raising that very question.
If there hasn't been a legal issue, like, why are you here? She can't, like, there's nothing going on. She could theoretically answer for herself.
Because obviously there have been allegations made after so long of just going back and forth online, and it's all just social media talking back and forth. It was time to actually bring in some professionals who are going to talk about what's really real.
It got a weird response. It's not like she knows the situation any better than, say, Jack would. So I'm not sure why she's even giving herself so much credibility when there isn't a legal proceeding happening. To me, it just feels like an intimidation tactic. And as she said, she does feel like it'll quiet people down.
Do you think you bringing in the lawyer team and everything, do you think that's going to bring more attention to the situation, or do you think that's to, like, kind of quiet people down? Or it's going to quiet people down?
I think it is going to quiet people down because it's just like, I literally have my lawyer sitting right here next to me telling you guys and whoever's going to see this now that there's nothing being done. Like, I just kind of like, all right, I'm going to let my team like just talk about this one and kind of like...
She has the worst PR team of all time.
That told you to do the interpretive dance.
Holy shit.
I'm thinking you should probably be worried. Something interesting I noticed is when Sienna said this.
What was your initial reaction to Jack? Like, did you reach out to him? What did you say? What was that conversation? There was nothing?
So I haven't talked to him in literally since our last trip to Hawaii together. The last time I literally saw him was before I got on my flight, and we haven't talked since.
I cannot imagine why Sienna would not personally or privately reach out to Jack after the initial claims came out. Even before his statement, when it was just his friends making the claims, what could possibly compel Sienna, if she were truly innocent, to not reach out to Jack behind closed doors in an attempt to figure out what's going on?
Our PR team told her not
to me. Sienna then goes on to weirdly admit that she had hopes of marrying Jack, when the two had never even gotten to the point of dating.
And I was like, I'm gonna get married to this guy, like this is the one. Like I was so stoked on him. Man,
that is such weird behavior. Bro, if this was a guy saying this, it would be much differently received. This is like actual incel shit. They were never even dating or anything at all. Talking about like marriage and shit. This is the one. Yeah, that is like real stalkerish behavior right there.
She absolutely cannot, for some reason, answer Dave's question of, well, did you know he wasn't
into it and you're still pursuing it?
Instead, all of her answers are keeping the best interests of Sienna in mind. And how
does she have two lawyers here?
Her answers are
Wait, is this one of the normal hosts on Portnoy's show? This doesn't seem like the company Dave Portnoy would keep. She brought 2 lawyers? What the fuck? Hey, can I get Saul Goodman over here and then, I don't know, someone else, please? I really need to make an impression. Oh my god, you're right. Wait, they are in the same room, all of them. Yeah, you're right. It's the same plants. I knew she was here because she reached out and patted her on the shoulder or whatever, slapped her in the face, God only knows. But yeah, I didn't realize this guy's in the same place too. Unless he has just been like deep faked in here. I mean, he does look kind of Pixar-esque.
His name. We reach the climax of the interview, where Sienna's forensic specialist breaks down the infamous video and analyzes it, basically writing everything off as too short to count as evidence in a court of law.
The National Center for Audio and Video Forensics was retained to perform an analysis on a cell phone video posted to social media. I was asked if the video could be used as credible evidence of the accusations against Ms. Gomez. In short, no. The posted video is not credible evidence of these accusations. The video is not original. The video has been heavily altered. The video
based on what?
No context to the events.
Wait, how did...
The video is not credible.
Well, I think we need to clarify in these first 2 statements. This would be huge if you can prove the video has been heavily altered. You're telling me someone actually did CGI this shit in here? You're gonna need to, like, clarify here. That would blow this whole thing wide open. The video doesn't exist. Yeah. Point 5. The video is not real. In fact, nothing's real. What is solipsism?
Of the accusations against Ms. Gomez.
I feel like that was a bad CSI video. I mean, my instinct is people are going to be like, that's a guilty video. It felt like a bad movie.
Actually very funny. They shred this video in front of the guy who made it. But I have to say it's hard to deny the video is short and doesn't show the events leading up to and after what is taking place, an alleged assault. But this weird Fiverr looking edit isn't exactly helping her image. Going on to accuse someone out there, maybe even Jack, of botting her, in addition to really emphasizing how much hate she's been getting online since these allegations broke. Sienna's responses throughout this entire situation have not been helping her at all. In my mind, everything she's tried to do here has backfired. The fact of the matter is, there are 2 conflicting narratives. One is that Sienna has been falsely accused of assault by a man who manipulated and led her on by intentionally giving her mixed signals, only to maliciously launch an attack on her reputation in the end, or that Sienna is not the person she claims so adamantly to be online. I personally believe the latter. After everything Jack has said and personally testified against, it's hard for me to look at this video as anything other than the truth. Even if saying that could get me crucified by Sienna's legal team. However,
I don't know, man. Her legal team doesn't seem that adept. This guy actually put together a fucking CSGO montage to prove why the video is bad without any evidence. He just said 4 points. It's not original. It's heavily altered with nothing else there. It's kind of worthless. You're probably fine.
By Sienna's legal team. However, the one truth that remains absolutely undisputed is that Sienna Mae has dug her own grave. Whether it be with weak video responses or complete interpretive dance to the lyrics "I'm young and did nothing wrong," it doesn't matter how young and inexperienced Sienna was when she goes to such extreme lengths to keep Jack and her critics at bay, as to not damage the precious reputation she's built on a mountain of lies and sick dance moves.
God, their dance apology is so fucking good. I love it. I wish more people would do that. That was interesting. TikTok influencers, man. Yeah, the person who edited that dance was my hero. Oh, you talking about like the Banjo-Kazooie sound effects? Yeah, that was pretty cool. Do you think clout prolongs relationship? Oh, do you think clout prolonged their relationship? I mean, yeah, it was a business. They're both profiting off pretending to be together or whatever. Good laugh. Check out the Island Boys boxing. Caleb told me about that. I still haven't seen their entire boxing adventure. Island Boys boxing. Why would ESPN post this?
You think you can win a fight with me, homie? Man, you know I can win you, man. Back up.
Did they cut their hair? Damn, they look good. It looks like they're throwing slow punches, but that's only to the untrained eye. Since I'm also a pretty elite fighter, I actually saw that they were throwing like 6 punches per slow punch. The camera just couldn't pick it up very well. You can only really see its after image. Charlie versus the Island Boys? Bro, I wouldn't fight anyone over the age of 12. I genuinely wouldn't. I would only fight children in the ring. I don't want to get hit in a way that would hurt. So, just kids. Do you think you could beat them if you had to fight? No. Well, yes. If I had to fight to survive, I think I'd have a good chance because I am not above just going for like eyeballs and nuts. Just like like the basic weak points. All you drink is water? Yeah, just water and G Fuel, really.
That's how fast he is, by the way. And no rapper could do this, man, I swear, yeah.
Damn, that technique is kind of nuts. I think he's ready for the big leagues.
Uppercut. Yeah. I show a leg kick real quick. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Is that Krav Maga?
Yeah. That's just him training. Any rapper, get on Cameo right now, book the Island Boys, link in the bio, Cameo. Yeah, y'all already know what it is, yeah.
The U.S. Army books so much for the Island Boys. The U.S. Army actually is probably their top spender. Do they do well on Cameo, you think, outside of the U.S. military? I've never seen any of the Army cameos from them. Oh my god, there's so many. We watched like 3 of them the other night when we were going over their history. Did you see the video of them making out with each other? Bro, what the fuck No, I didn't see it. That actually happened? I doubt it. I can't imagine that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna maybe get like Tums or something for my stomach. The In-N-Out Burger's really done a number. Oh, yucky. Will you go to TwitchCon? Probably not. 5 disturbing voicemails, maybe?
A 28-year-old viewer, who I'll refer to as John, sent me this voicemail that he received in August of 2021 from an unknown number. This was the voicemail he received.
Hey, I'm outside your house. I found your info online and I could really use a job. Could you open the door?
The message was short but direct. John
I imagine most of these are fake.
He had the wrong number, but naturally he was curious. Either way, he knew he didn't want to open the front door, especially if someone was actually out there. But the man saying that John found his info online made him open up Google and search his own name. The second result on Google led to an online corporation database that listed all of John's public info, including his first and last name, phone number, and new home address. John is self-employed, but for the purpose of
Redditor moments,
he started an S corporation.
There's a big Redditor moment.
Literally with his name in the title of the business. John went downstairs and inched closer to the front door, trying to be quiet.
He's super stretch.
Started to bang on the front door, and a voice from the other side was saying something, but his voice was muffled.
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
John ignored the knocking until it stopped.
Willikers.
But seconds later, his phone.
The fuck is that?
He turned on the lights, revealing the silhouette on the other side. The situation became even more real for John.
He didn't turn on the lights. He turned on like a strobe light. What, the guy looking for a job just happened to bring like a
silhouette on the other
rave
side.
with him?
The situation became even more real for John. The guy called one more time, and Joe picked up, saying, "I have a gun, and I already called the police." The man on the other end claimed he was just looking for work, and he apologized and hung up. Then the knocking ceased. John contacted the website displaying his personal information the next day, but they refused to remove the info. So he went through the process of changing his business name to no longer include his actual name. You can, however, clearly hear that someone is crying into the phone.
No.
At this point, it sounds as though someone is speaking, though it's very difficult to understand. It sounds like they're saying, "I'm trapped in the dark," although it could be something else. At first, Alex was unsure if this was just a prank, a hacker, or something else. After receiving this voicemail...
A hack? Whoops, misclick. A hacker? What? It was a voicemail. They didn't hack your voicemail. They just left you a voicemail. You got fucking epic pranked Gangnam Style.
The number of strange occurrences happened in his house that same day and the
He's got some
following.
profit.
First, a door upstairs slammed shut randomly while everyone in the house was downstairs eating dinner. Upon inspecting the bedroom, nobody was inside. Alex and his brother also apparently heard what sounded like footsteps coming up the stairs when they were home alone. At first, they considered the possibility it may have been one of their 2 dogs, until checking and remembering they had a dog gate standing at the bottom of the stairs, preventing them from coming up the stairs.
So the dogs phased through the gate.
Around the hole upstairs and checked the stairway, they couldn't find anyone. The footsteps also didn't sound like those of a dog. Alex believes the occurrences may all be linked.
Nope. Texas bred.
In this video you're about to watch, a couple briefly documents they're listening to 2 creepy voicemails received on the husband's phone.
This one I believe.
How are you? How you doing? Good. Ready for the big trip?
These 2 are much older.
Okay, that sounds good.
They had been receiving strange voicemails for weeks already, both on their cell phones and on the landline. In this video, though, the man's phone doesn't even ring. He just gets 2 straight-to-voicemail notifications. No phone number or any contact details
attached to
the
MGP,
voicemail.
thank you. You called just to scream at me? It just sounded like someone fucking farted into an old phone. Accidentally called during an exorcism? Oh, true. How embarrassing. It was sent from hell.
The couple inquired about the calls from the phone company as well, both before and after this video. However, they did not have any records of the audio message being received. The couple described the voicemails as sounding like somebody was being tortured, or some kind of creature was screaming into the phone.
It definitely sounded like some kind of scary monster.
For a week, such as cabinets closing from the kitchen.
Like Sasquatch, maybe.
What they were dealing with was supernatural. This is what she heard.
Martha. Martha. Martha.
You stupid asshole is a voicemail.
Martha.
She can't hear you. Hey, bro, it's a voicemail.
The voice you just heard in the voicemail was of Martha's father. This caused her a great deal of confusion and horror. But why? Why was this even remotely concerning? Well, Martha lost her dad to cancer in 2019. At the time this voicemail was left, he had been dead for almost 2 years. She listened to the voicemail over and over, trying to think of any other possible person it could be. Says she actually believes this was her dad's voice contacting her, and it terrifies her deeply.
Damn.
This last voicemail was posted to Reddit 3 years ago.
Oh, Reddit, eh?
Part of the Reddit post read, "To make a long story short, my significant other got a new phone. For the first time, she has visual voicemail. A family member left her a voicemail today, and when checking it, discovered she had several missed voicemails. She started going through the voicemails. Typical stuff, family, bill collectors, but one voicemail dated Friday, June 9th, 2017 at 4:38 p.m. was from a number we do not know.
I don't know what you're saying, Junior. This is an Xbox Live. Yeah, I can't tell if it's a person or a cat. Why would they call a random number?
Family members or friends recognize the number either.
Wild sound effect there in the video. I think it was a hoax, but maybe it. Who knows? You know, it's not a hoax. Gamer Rage. Anyone see this video? I saw it floating around Twitter, but I didn't watch the whole thing. There's apparently 2 parts to it. Now, from what I understand, this Gamer Rage was so intense that the kid actually got kicked out of his college for it, but I don't know if that's confirmed. So let's do a little research now. Collegiate Call of Duty player reportedly banned for behavior in viral clip. Oh, he got kicked out of the college esports program, I guess. He got kicked out of my ass. Goddamn, Aaron, going hard tonight, huh? Q confirmed with .esports that Miami University banned him for trash talking another team at an event, breaking the university guidelines. They also issued a statement confirming Q breached their agreement and saying the correct course of action was taken. So his name is Q? That's fucking awesome. That's like straight out of 007. The guy that used to make all the gadgets for him. Let's see the rage. God, it's so nostalgic. It's so fucking nostalgic. I love that the guy stands up so calmly. Like, it's just all business. So slow, looking like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3, and then he lets the demon out. Fuck yeah. That's how we fucking do it. That's Miami University, baby. Hey, who said you suck? That's going too far. I love the voice cracks. I think no gamer rage is complete without like going full dolphin at least once with a wild voice crack. This is a little underwhelming. The voice crack isn't extreme enough. It didn't get the correct octaves, but I love that it's still an attempt. So there's a bit of a squeak in there, like a stepping on a dog toy, but just not enough to get the full dolphin effect. But it's still pretty good. Ain't no way they're college kids. Oh, they absolutely are. No doubt. Oh god, that's so good. I love gamer rage. Now I know there is a part 2. Where the fuck is the part 2? It's fake as fuck. How? What do you mean? It's just gamers getting mad. And this kid got banned from his college team. I don't think it's fake. Why is everyone so quick to call things fake when they're just blatantly not? By just calling fake to everything, it doesn't make you smarter. You just look like a fucking idiot. Like this was just normal for back in the day for Call of Duty tournaments. So I don't think there's a world where this is fake. This dude embarrassed himself and got kicked out of the University of Miami collegiate team for Call of Duty. They issued a statement or something. The controller was actually CGI'd in. Imagine? That'd be kind of nuts. Like, as far as tournament rage goes, this is like the most mild I've seen for Call of Duty. Part 2 is on TikTok. Ugh. So is there not a fucking second part then? Am I wrong? The Dextero article has another clip. Let's see. Oh, is it this? Or is this just a different angle?
You paid $8.50 a night to send me shitter. Shut the fuck up. On the scoreboard,
oh, hey, where's the owner at? This is the second time you have sent a team to Florida to lose to me. You wasted
and now spit. Spit on him. Spit on him.
Showcase my talents in the college league right now, too. I can do better than you.
Okay, good voice crack. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, this is the original.
Get the fuck out of my way!
Okay, is that it? Just got banned from my school's esports program. We need more gamer rage moments. Hey, hats off to Q. Man was taking us back old school style. Bro, I can smell the room from here. I don't think Call of Duty players ever had a reputation for being stinky.